Hello and welcome to Monday Morning Meditation. Today we will continue reading and doing a beautiful visualization from this book, Creating a New Vision for Humanity by Torquem Saradarian. I hope you have this book and I hope you are reading it with me. It is so unbelievably uplifting. I love it. So today I'm going to continue reading from pages 87 to 88 to 89. These are wonderful, and they are talking about some of the visions currently given to us from higher sources. So, what are some of those visions, and how can we link into them? When we do that, when we finish with that, I will do once again for us the meditation given on page 290, 291, and 292. It's the same one we've been doing this month, and I think it's really beautiful. And as we repeat the same meditation, it sinks into us more and more. And you can do this beautiful visualization meditation anytime. Okay, so let's begin then. And the first I'd like to read from page 87. And he gives 8 different visions that are given to us from higher sources. And what's the first one? The first one is transfiguration of individuals and humanity. Transfiguration means a total change of focus. Okay, what is your focus? You change your focus from being completely fear-based, personality-based to something different, something higher, which is soul. So transfiguration of individuals in humanity, this vision, this is a vision given to us. That's why all of you engage in these spiritual studies. It's a vision that you have in your soul and you can't get away from it. So this vision challenges us to work for enlightenment and transfiguration. What is enlightenment? Briefly, it is dealing with facts, with reality, not falsehoods, not spreading falsehoods and rumors and alternative realities. It's dealing with reality. That's what enlightenment is. Transfiguration means you change your focus of consciousness. It is not only focused in feeding myself, getting enough money, protecting myself. Now we're broadening. Now look what happens when we do that. He says, make it rhythmic, make your body rhythmic, healthy, happy, prosperous, joyful, and radioactive. So we start with that. Number 2, he says the second vision that's given to us by higher sources is the idea of one humanity, one world. This was something very foreign to maybe our grandparents, but our children and grandchildren see no other vision. They see it. They don't understand how we're divided and why we're divided. So this vision is already coming into very deep understanding by younger people. This vision will eventually be a fact, despite various deep-seated difficulties. So it's important when you read this sentence that you ask yourself, do I believe in one humanity, one world? If yes, how do I express that? And what are those deep-seated difficulties that I may have inside of me? We all do have these, okay? Now, the next one, number 3, the vision that's given to us from higher worlds is continuity of consciousness. How beautiful would that be that we have consciousness in the higher worlds and in all the worlds at all times? And he says thousands of disciples everywhere are working to establish a conscious contact with the higher worlds through continuity of consciousness. I think that's what we all want in the spiritual field, is not to be so separate, not to feel like we're alone and we just know the soul life by just material that we read, that we really experience it. Wouldn't that be fantastic? So now let's go to number 4. Number 4 is cooperation between humanity and higher worlds. That's cooperation. Let me read those 2 paragraphs on page 88. If you have your book, take it out and read with me. Humanity is destroying, polluting the lower kingdoms, the earth, the vegetable kingdom, the trees, fish, birds, and animals. That's true. We can't argue that anymore. It's true. It is also unaware of the higher kingdoms. So not only are we destroying the very earth that we're living on, but we are also unaware of higher kingdoms. We just think it's not really real, okay, as a humanity. This vision intends to establish a real cooperation between the lower kingdoms, humanity, and the higher worlds. And you can think, what role do I play in that? What role do you play in bringing that real cooperation between the worlds? That means, how do you treat the earth that you live in, that you stand on, the water that you drink? And how do you treat the higher worlds, the teaching that comes from the higher worlds? Humanity got itself into such a mess by scientifically poisoning the air which it breathes, poisoning the water which it drinks, contaminating the food that it eats. No primitive savage would even imagine doing such a thing. And we think primitive savage in quotation marks. We think they are, but that's not how it worked. How clever it is to destroy the nature that we must live in. Okay, so we are going to think about, what does it mean to have cooperation between humanity and the higher worlds? What does that mean physically, emotionally, mentally? How you purchase and use things, how you pray, how you meditate, how you relate with the teaching. So this is a beautiful bridge that Torquem is building for us, that there is no separation. Number 5, he just says this brief statement: development of higher psychic powers. And he just leaves it at that. There are many books on how to develop higher psychic powers, not lower psychic powers and mumbo jumbo, but the higher psychic powers of really truly knowing and understanding and functioning in the higher worlds. Now, number 6 is very interesting also: annihilation of fear, death, pollution, and crime. This is a powerful vision which is impressing the minds of noble people. Look what he says. I'd like to read this. It's a big paragraph, but I really love it. And I think it's very appropriate to read it at this time for us with this COVID and all the fears that it engenders everywhere. Fear is one of the main factors creating unhappiness in life. Okay, find out if that is true for you. It is also the source of various forms of crime, exploitation, and manipulation on earth. The average person lives in fear. So let's look at ourselves very clearly. We don't have to tell other people. Do we live in fear? Do you live in fear? And if so, what kind of fear is that? People in higher positions act in fear. They speak in fear. They make decisions in fear. The whole population of the world develops various illnesses because of fear. Think of fear and its effect physiologically and emotionally and mentally on you. Those who bring fear are enemies of humanity. That's powerful. No matter under what name they bring us fear, the hierarchy has given us the vision of annihilating fear. Okay? The disappearance of death and pollution will soon be a fact. Is Torquem talking not in just 1 year, 2 years, but maybe 50, 100 years? The disappearance of crime and terrorism of every kind must stop if we want to create a happy life on this planet. Wow, these are powerful, powerful visions that he's enunciating for us. Number 7, he says creation of physical freedom and spiritual freedom. Physical freedom is widely discussed. Of course, we want freedom from fear, from not having enough food to eat. We want to be protected. We want to work and live under laws. And then he talks about spiritual freedom, this freedom from vanity. Look how powerful those are. Simple words, but they mean so much. Self-ego, separatism, and karma. Freedom from karma means you pay your debts, you do good, you're righteous, you live in beauty, and all these things will eventually remove karma for us. And he says spiritual freedom is the emancipation of the human soul from the captivity of selfishness, separatism, hatred, and fear. If you do nothing else during this Monday and this week, think about that beautiful sentence: spiritual freedom. And you want spiritual freedom? That's why you're here. We all want that. Is the emancipation of the human soul from the captivity. How selfishness captivates us, separatism, hatred, and fear. And all of these, he says, number 8, becomes a reality from groups of people who work to cultivate these visions. They build universities, they create classes, they create all kinds of forums to cultivate these 7 visions. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. And I think they are very uplifting for us to read. And that's why I really wanted to focus on this book this month in September. And I'll bring it back next month and a month after that. We'll see how it goes. But I think we should really read deeply through this book. So let's now do the meditation that we've done before. We're going to do it again because I really want it to be impressed in your mind, and something that you can just do from memory, maybe at night, maybe in the morning, during the day, when you're feeling like you need a greater vision. Okay, so close your eyes, sit up straight, and put your chin down just a little bit, and put a nice smile on your face, and repeat after me. First, let's just take a 10-second break. Deep breathing. Relax. One more breath. Relax and let everything go out. There are great visions coming to us from higher worlds. Let's not negate them with our fears. Repeat after me. May the power of the one life pour through the group of all true servers. May the love of the one soul characterize the lives of all who seek to aid the great ones. May I fulfill my part in the one work through self-forgetfulness, harmlessness, and right speech. Think of those 3 beautiful qualities. Now visualize in space our planet Earth and see that everywhere on the planet, little sparks are increasing in all the countries. Take 30 seconds to just imagine that, starting from wherever you are right now. Increase the light and then go around the globe and see all the lights increasing and connecting. We're connecting all the lights. We're building a great network of light around the planet. Now see a network around the planet through which a violet light is circulating like electricity. Violet light is like prana that is circulating around like an electrical charge. From these networks, see lines extending to the hearts of human beings everywhere. All these lights are beautiful human beings, receptive to the light, and slowly, human beings are realizing the existence of guidance and leadership of the higher worlds, the world of souls, of great women and men who work in the higher worlds and in material worlds. See that peace is coming to earth and goodwill is increasing. Go over the map of the hot spots in the world and see people living, creating wealth and peace in their environment. Wherever you see there's trouble, radiate peace there and see that the globe is in light. Go ahead and choose your place that there is a lot of problem, whatever problem you see, and just beam light onto it. Now we are going to see ourselves all over the world, full of light and love and power. As we say the great invocation, connect yourself to everybody hearing these words in all the worlds And between each phrase, we will stop and visualize the light, the love, and the will descending on earth. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. Visualize the light descending on earth and expanding everywhere and palpitating all the lights even to shine more greatly. Well, let's go to stanza 2. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. See Christ, the avatar of love and cooperation and love for one another, radiating his love to everyone. Everyone. Beautiful. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. Now see how people are living in harmony with the divine will, respecting each other, cooperating with each other. Let's go to the last phrase, which is the responsibilities we all face. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Let us sound 3 ohms and keep those images of increasing light as we say the 3 ohms. Thank you for joining me in these wonderful Monday morning meditations. They start my week, and I'm just full of the joy of knowing your friendship and your participation throughout the week. If you like these programs, share them with your friends. The best way to spread these visions is to share them with everybody that you know. The more we share, the more light and love and divine purpose we bring into our lives. Thank you for being with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.